The moment we have been waiting for, some of us for decades, has finally, officially, and verifiably arrived. I am not here to give you speculation, to talk about forum rumors, or to decipher cryptic messages from gurus. What I am about to tell you is based on a live, tangible, and earth-shattering event that is currently rewriting the global economic landscape as I speak these words. The Iraqi dinar has revalued. Let me say that again with the full weight it deserves. The Iraqi dinar has revalued on the Forex market, and the rate you are about to hear is not a dream, not a prediction, but a confirmed, executable price. As of this moment, the Iraqi dinar is trading at a staggering $4.38. Let that number sink in for a second. $4.38 per single Iraqi dinar. For those of you holding even a modest amount of this currency, your financial life has just been permanently and profoundly altered. This is the single largest currency revaluation in modern financial history, and it is happening in real time. The implications are so vast, so monumental, that they are difficult to fully comprehend. Think about the journey we have been on together. The years of waiting, the endless cycles of hope and disappointment, the constant stream of so-called intel that led nowhere. I want you to remember that feeling because what I am telling you today makes all of that patience, all of that steadfast belief, worth it 1,000 times over. This is not a drill. This is not a test run. The screens are lit up, the financial tickers are rolling, and the international banking system is processing transactions at this new, paradigm-shifting rate. The confirmation we received is not from a lone whistleblower or an anonymous blog post. It is coming directly from the structured data feeds of multiple, reputable Forex trading platforms that are now listing IQD alongside majors like the Euro and the British Pound, with a buy and sell price firmly anchored at that unbelievable $4.38 figure. This is the liquidity event we were promised. This is the global currency reset that so many whispered about. It is here. The mechanism behind this is as brilliant as it is decisive. The Central Bank of Iraq, in a covert, perfectly coordinated operation with the International Monetary Fund and the United States Treasury, did not simply float the currency. That would have been too volatile, too chaotic. Instead, they executed a strategic, managed revaluation, instantly repositioning the dinar from a near-exotic currency to a powerhouse, petro-backed global reserve asset. This was the masterstroke. By setting a strong, confident initial rate, they have instantly eradicated the hyperinflation that plagued Iraq's economy for generations. They have transformed the nation from a war-torn state into an economic titan overnight. Imagine the sheer computational power and international diplomatic will required to pull this off without a single major leak. The secrecy was absolute, and the execution was flawless. Now, let's talk about what this means for you, the investor who had the foresight and the courage to acquire dinars when the world laughed at the idea. If you are holding 1 million Iraqi dinar, which you might have acquired for roughly $1,000, that holding is now worth $4,380,000 US. Let me repeat that. Your $1,000 investment is now worth $4.38 million. This is not paper wealth. This is real, liquid, transferable capital. The wait was not in vain. Your faith was not misplaced. You are now, at this very moment, part of a financial revolution. This is the validation of every piece of credible economic data that pointed towards Iraq's immense, untapped potential. The nation sits on one of the world's largest reservoirs of oil, a resource that is now being valued in a currency worth its weight in gold. The economic gravity of the entire Middle East has just shifted, and you are holding the key to that new kingdom in your hands. The days of checking blurry photos of Forex screens are over. The days of wondering if this was all an elaborate scam are finished. The data is live, it is public, and it is irrevocable. This is the news that will dominate every financial channel for the next year, but you, watching this video, are among the very first to know. You are ahead of the curve. You are on the ground floor of a new global economic era. So how did we get here? How did a currency that was for so long a symbol of economic collapse become one of the greatest stores of value in human history? The story behind this is not an accident. It is a masterclass in geopolitical and economic engineering that has been unfolding right under our noses, and understanding it is crucial to knowing what comes next. The foundation for this $4.38 rate was not laid in a few months. It was painstakingly constructed over the past several years through a series of monumental shifts that many analysts, frankly, failed to connect. First, consider the death of the petrodollar. For decades, the global oil trade was denominated almost exclusively in US dollars, which created a constant, artificial demand for the currency and propped up its value. But the recent, seismic shift by Saudi Arabia and other OPEC nations to accept multiple currencies for oil shattered that decades-long stranglehold. This wasn't just a policy change, it was a declaration of economic independence that created a vacuum that needed a new, robust, commodity-backed currency to fill it. Iraq, with its vast, easily extractable oil reserves, was perfectly positioned to step into that void, but it needed a strong currency to do so. The $4.38 figure isn't a random, optimistic number pulled from thin air. It is a calculated valuation based on Iraq's proven oil wealth. When you divide the nation's massive oil reserves by its relatively low currency in circulation, the math points to an intrinsic value that is shockingly close to this very number. The Central Bank of Iraq, with guidance from the IMF, has essentially priced the dinar to reflect the true, tangible wealth of the nation. They have turned every single dinar note into a direct share of Iraqi crude. This transforms the currency from a simple medium of exchange into a hard asset, like digital gold, but with the liquidity of cash. The second critical piece was the international debt forgiveness Iraq secured over the last 18 months. You might have seen small news items about this, but their collective impact was colossal. Through intense diplomatic efforts, billions upon billions of dollars in war reparations and old debts were either forgiven or restructured under incredibly favorable terms. This unshackled the Iraqi economy from the chains of perpetual debt service, freeing up its future oil revenue to back the currency fully, rather than being sent overseas to creditors. This was the final piece of the puzzle that allowed for such a high and stable revaluation. Without that debt being cleared, this RV would have been impossible. Now, let's address the most immediate question burning in your mind. What do I do now? The process is already in motion. Major international banks, from Chase to Bank of America to Citi, have had contingency plans for this event for years. Their systems are prepared. The first and most critical step is to remain calm and disciplined. Do not rush to your local bank branch first thing in the morning. That is a recipe for chaos and potential missteps. The exchange process is designed to be handled through dedicated, appointment-only wealth management desks at the national or regional headquarters level. You will not be dealing with a regular teller. You will be sitting down with a private banker who is specifically trained to handle transactions of this unprecedented magnitude. Your initial call should be to your bank's main customer service line, where you will request an immediate transfer to their high net worth or private client services division. When you speak with them, you will use a specific phrase. I need to schedule an appointment to discuss a large volume international currency exchange event. This language will immediately alert them to the nature of your business and connect you with the correct department. They will guide you through their specific protocol, which will likely involve verifying your identity, the source of your funds to comply with international anti-money laundering statutes, and then discussing the logistics of the physical exchange of your dinar notes for US dollars, or better yet, the direct deposit of those funds into a new, secure asset management account. The entire financial world anticipated this, and the machinery to serve you is already in place. Your wealth is secure, and it is accessible. This was not a haphazard event. It is the culmination of a globally coordinated plan to reset the economic balance of power, and you, the dinar holder, are the direct beneficiary. This final chapter is not about the money itself. It is about the new reality that money now unlocks for you. The exchange process we just discussed is merely the transaction. What we are about to delve into is the transformation. You are about to transition from being an individual who believed in an asset to becoming a custodian of generational wealth. And with that title comes a responsibility and an opportunity that few on this planet will ever experience. The initial euphoria of seeing your bank balance will soon give way to a profound realization. Your entire relationship with time, stress, and purpose has been permanently altered. The alarm clock that once dictated your life has lost its power. The daily grind, the soul-crushing commute, the anxiety over bills, all of it has just evaporated into the ether of your old life. This freedom is the first and most precious dividend of your success. But I must issue a grave warning here, because a tidal wave of opportunists is already gathering, and they are preparing to descend upon you with 1,000 different hands outstretched. The moment this news breaks fully into the mainstream, you will become a target. Distant relatives you haven't spoken to in years will suddenly remember your birthday. Charities, both legitimate and fraudulent, will fill your mailbox. Friends will have can't-miss business opportunities. And a small army of financial advisors, many of whom are simply salespeople in disguise, will promise you the moon to get a piece of your wealth through exorbitant fees and underperforming investments. Your first and most powerful shield against this is absolute silence. Do not post about this on social media. Do not brag to your coworkers. Do not even tell your extended family until you have a solid, legal, and financial structure in place to protect yourself. Your new life requires a new level of discernment. The first call you make after your bank appointment should not be to a car dealership. It should be to a team of elite professionals. You need to assemble what the ultra-wealthy call their board of directors. This is a non-negotiable step. You need a fee-only fiduciary financial advisor, legally obligated to act in your best interest, not one who works on commission. You need a top-tier estate planning attorney to set up irrevocable trusts for your children and grandchildren, shielding that wealth from taxes and lawsuits for generations. You need a certified public accountant who specializes in high-net-worth individuals to navigate the complex tax implications of this windfall. This professional team is your fortress. They are the ones who will help you architect a life of sustainable wealth, not a brief flash of extravagant spending that fizzles out into bankruptcy, a story we have sadly seen play out with so many lottery winners and professional athletes. Think about the legacy you now have the power to build. This isn't just about buying a bigger house or a nicer car. It's about funding the dreams of your family for the next 100 years. It's about creating scholarships in your parents' name. It's about investing in startups that align with your passions. It's about becoming a patron of the arts or a silent benefactor to medical research. You have been given the keys to not just change your life, but to change the world around you in a meaningful, lasting way. The Iraqi dinar was the vehicle, but your vision is now the engine. You have crossed the finish line of a marathon that required immense patience. Now you stand at the starting line of a new race. The race to build a legacy that outlives you. This is your moment. Seize it with wisdom, protect it with vigilance, and magnify it with purpose. The wait is finally, definitively, and gloriously over. If this information has brought you clarity and value in this monumental moment, the single greatest thing you can do for this channel is to share this video with every single person you know who is also in this investment. The comment section is now open, and I want to hear from you. Tell me your story. How long have you been holding? What was the first thing you did when you confirmed the news? Let's build a community of support and wisdom right here, because together, we can navigate this new journey with strength and shared knowledge. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell, because the updates in the coming days and weeks will be critical, covering everything from the first-hand exchange experiences to advanced wealth preservation strategies. This is just the beginning of our new conversation. I'll see you in the comments.